We have los compas de Agushto Papa in the house.
Mexican TMZ, Paisa TMZ, No Sabo TMZ.
Like, I guess you could call them no sabos or pochos.
Yeah.
That they don't speak Spanish very well, but they like the music.
Yeah.
And obviously we're like broadcasting the information in English, so I feel like people were able to grasp onto that.
I think you guys found a niche.
There's like those that are like, oh, do more videos in Spanish. And then there's those that are like, why are you guys talking about Mexican music in English?
In English.
¿Por qué chingados está el video en inglés? Pues porque pues también sabemos inglés.
Bilingual.
You know, like over here, you know, bilingual.
We're working on a record label. TikTok's so important. Like, if you're an artist and you're not posting on TikTok, like, I don't know what you're doing. Well, like, literally, like, the YouTube algorithm, like, that thing's, like, super complicated, too, because, like, TikTok, you kind of get it down, but with YouTube, it's just so confusing. Or, like, for example, like, we just got demonetized last week. It's not beef. I think it's all a misunderstanding, because...
You know, we give news when the good stuff happens. We talk about the good stuff, bad stuff. We talk about the bad stuff. We try to keep it neutral as well, you know?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
even with Jimmy, like, we'll talk about it, and we literally see him the next day. You know, that's cool from Jimmy. Like, he doesn't care. He's like, hey, I saw that video. You guys are fucking dicks.
It's not like we lied, you know? It's not like we're out here giving false information. We say what's out, but we don't choose sides.
All respect to Agushto, you know, they don't sell out to nobody. Like, they keep it real.
Where is it that you get the most views off? Hannah?
She's messed up.
She's messed up.
For sure, yeah. Then they'll call she's mostly, but, like, they watch, like, the whole episode.
I'm sure you guys have gotten into pedos, no? With artists and
Oh, Angel.
Oh.
No, nos llevamos tranquilo con todos. Menos mal que me pe.
Oh.
They went to his show, too.
We got kicked out.
What the fuck?
We actually never talked about this. Yeah.
Super exclusive.
So,
Pum, pum, pum. What's up, everybody? Aquí andamos nuevamente en Así Pero Bien.
What's up, what's up?
En esta ocasión, we have these guys that, la neta, these are the GOATs. These guys are the ones que la rompieron with the whole podcasting. I know you guys know them. They're like the equivalent of the Paisa TMZ, ¿no se puede llamar?
Yeah.
We have los compas de Agushto Papa in the house. Compa Diego, compa Jason, compa Angel, compa Keko.
Yes.
What's up, fellas?
Thank you for having us.
¿Cómo andan?
A little nervous. Second interview, right?
Yeah.
You guys don't do podcasts. I mean, well, you guys do podcasts, but you guys never get
Interview.
interviewed.
No, I'm scared what you're going to ask me.
We're always on the other side.
We're gonna talk about everything, bro. Pornos.
Only fans.
Todos le dan el micrófono a tu mic for Keko. Nah, just ¿Cómo anda todo, bro? How's everything?
Doing good. Today we went to Beverly Hills. We finally have a lawyer
Oh shit!
to be protected
You have to, bro.
from lawsuits.
From lawsuits.
Making
From
sure everything's registered.
Bad deals.
bad deals. Yeah, I was gonna say that. You gotta be careful what you sign, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is hijo de su chinga. Especially if somebody will tell you, oh yeah, aquí dice esto y esto y esto y esto, and then just sign right here, and you're like, yeah, toda madre.
Yeah, it just reminded me of the time where like Keko bought a car and he didn't read anything.
Interés como de 50%.
Ahorita le
50%
dijo
interest.
TMZ, the Mexican TMZ.
The Mexican
What
teams.
have they called you guys? Or
Mexican TMZ,
No
like you said,
Sabo
Paisa
kids.
TMZ, No Sabo TMZ.
no, no Sabo.
The Los Sabo boys.
At the beginning, when we started,
Otacuache.
we would say we're the number one Tacuache podcast, pero yo creo que ya pasó eso.
Nah, you guys
Now
already
I think
surpassed that. Ya machino, ya.
Música Mexicana like has a different name, and
What do you guys consider yourself as a podcast?
I think we're a podcast that talks about the Música Mexicana scene and the music culture.
I'm happy to be here with you guys.
What are we talking about? These?
No, I think I mean, this is like a funny thing, but you know how there's like El Gordo y la Flaca?
Yeah.
So I feel like we're like those gordos, those flacos.
¿Quiénes son los gordos?
Put it on.
Well, I mean,
It's up to debate.
you can't tell. The wood Koreans with the
Flacos.
pillow.
It's funny though. And yeah, so when did you guys start? ¿Cómo empezaron ustedes? Like, whose idea was it to do like the el reportaje de los paisas? Because you guys like, honestly, before you guys, there was nobody that was doing that kind of like stuff. You know, los reportajes, like, quién tronó en un baile, quién, o sea, de esas cosas son, you know, they're fucking, la risa que le das. Like, who started, who came up with that concept?
Oh, I came up with the podcast in 2020.
Yeah.
Well, I had the idea of it, I think it was like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Because years ago, well, not years ago, but like 2 years before that, I was doing YouTube. But like my vlogs weren't popping or nothing.
Yeah.
And then I remember in high school, like I used to watch like Joe Rogan. And then during that time, me and Jason had a grupo. and Keko was our staff manager.
Yeah. Shit.
And we were in a grupo for 2015 or 2020.
2020.
Yeah, so
So
then
that was a good
unfortunately, fortunately, the grupo broke up. And then in 2020, when COVID hit and everyone was like home, that's when I was like, hey, let's start the podcast. But like, let's talk about Música Mexicana. Like, we already know like stuff about like instruments, like primera, segunda, tercera. So like, let's just do it. And then from there, just
They around
yeah.
I mean, I imagine that in the beginning it was like hard as fuck to get into the bailes and get to talk to the artists and how did you guys manage to get it just because you guys are everywhere now. Hay eventos,
Mhm.
you guys are at all the big events, backstage, fucking chilling with the artists.
And todos menos misa, huh?
Menos de Lisa.
Eso
I'm
sí.
sure at the beginning it wasn't fucking easy to do that, no?
I would think. Well, I don't want to make it sound like cocky, but I feel like it wasn't that hard because right when we uploaded our first video, it blew up and right away got attention of artists and labels.
Yeah.
And then right away, like I think the first person that reached out was God King, and they were like,
Oh,
"Hey, like we need to
shit.
get Aldo through here on the podcast." It was like episode 6 or something,
Yeah.
but he lagged. And then I think like a week after, that's when Manzana reached out and we got Tony Loya. And from
Yeah.
there, I think Tony Loya helped us get like other artists.
Shit, so he was like the first big
Yeah,
big artist, ¿no? Que llegaba ahí.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think, well, you know, props to Tony Loya because he really opened the doors for like other artists to
Yeah.
to watch and be like, oh, I should go on that podcast too.
Yeah.
They
Shout out to
definitely-
Compa Tony Loya.
They definitely saw something on you guys because it was when you guys were barely starting,
Yeah.
right?
We were barely starting.
What do
I think the chemistry, no? Chemistry is a big one for you guys, no?
Oh yeah, I mean, because honestly, we suck at interviewing,
Yeah.
but it is a chemistry because we grew up together. I've known Gecko and Jason since first grade,
Wow.
so we've done everything
Yeah.
together, from playing soccer to the grupo and now the podcast.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, when you see us like make fun of each other, like we don't get mad.
La carrilla, no? Yeah, but
Desde
it's-
morro like, los llevamos así gacho.
Yeah. Sí, guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like more like a brotherly kind of thing, ¿no? Que se llevan porque ya, I mean, se mira en inmediatamente, like when you guys come in, you guys are always fucking around and laughing and clowning Keko.
Yeah.
Who's the one that gets more of a clown?
Me.
Keko? Or you guys have
Yeah.
like the guy of the week?
I think it's Gecko.
And it been like that. Not saying like it's bad, but in everything that we do,
Yeah.
so soccer was me, Musica was me, and then the podcast me. You know, so I always been.
How come you don't fire back, dog?
He
Well,
does,
now
he
I
does.
do,
Now
but
you-
like before, like I was like, just let them, let them do it. But now, like, yeah, entre todos, like we do it. But the funny thing is that before we dropped our first episode, we dropped a piece of like a little skit for TikTok,
Yeah.
and it blew up. And then people were asking, we're like, oh, where's the full clip? And then we're like, oh, we don't have it. And then that's when they filmed it. And then the next thing you know, from there, just the podcast.
So basically what happened, the reason why the podcast blew up is because Diego was like, hey, let's film this, but like let's act like we already have a full episode. And then it was
Shit.
Tony Loya.
Güero Mepe, like something happened with Güero Mepe, and we posted it. We went to go eat Chick-fil-A, and then he went back on the app, and then it had exploded. Maybe you can talk about that a little bit.
How was what you just said? He was like, yeah, what he said.
Back me up.
No, yeah. I remember. You know those like stories where people are like, "Oh, I only started with like $2 or something like that."
Yeah.
I didn't start with like $2. I'm gonna be honest. I think I started with like $5,000 because we were in a grupo,
Yeah.
and then we all stopped working, and then the group split. And I was only making money off the grupo, but you know, like tocadas, like
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like it adds up.
Yeah.
And I remember I quit my job, dropped out of college, and like literally just ended everything just to start the podcast. And I bought the tables, the walls, the mics. I already had a camera. And then I remember I told Jason, like, trust me, like, we're going to go to Chick-fil-A. I'm going to post it and it's going to blow up. Remember I told you that?
Yeah,
So
and
you
it did.
put it out into the universe.
Yeah, and then back then, like, TikTok, you could only upload, like, I think it was 30-second videos. And we had a part 2. And then it was, like, 12 when I got home at night. And then I was, like, already desesperado to upload part 2.
Yeah.
And like, should I wait tomorrow? I know right now is not a good time to post. But like, me desesperé and I just posted it. And from there, it kept growing. We recorded the day after. I think we started recording every day, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't have a full episode yet.
Yeah.
Gecko was in Mexico and he was supposed to come back. But then I was like, hey, like, we need to record. Oh, he was going to stay like an extra week or 2, right?
Me voy a quedar another 3 days. And then they're like, oh, but we need a shoot. And I was like, well, just do it by your guys' self. And they did. And then from there, everybody was just supporting.
So from the jump, como que de volada funcionó.
Yeah. And I think the reason why it worked out is because there's obviously, like, I guess you could call them nosabos or pochos, that they don't speak Spanish very well, but they like the music. Yeah. And obviously we're like broadcasting the information in English, so I feel like people were able to grasp onto that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because for the no sabo generation que le dicen, pues most of those kids, a lot of them barely fucking talk Spanish, bro. Hablan puro inglés, but they fuck with the Eslabon y que Danny Lux and all that. So you guys kind of were that little bridge, no?
I think you guys found a niche, because that's true. I mean, now that a lot of, that this generation didn't listen to corridos, and you guys open a new world. Lo que me sorprende a mí is that you guys, or I don't know if it's a new generation thing, but you guys are like marketing experts. Like I see it, I had talks with Angel about how, when you guys focus on the hook and how do you guys go about that? Like how did that, ¿cómo lo aprendieron o cómo lo?
I think it was in one of the TikToks. I remember I had my laptop and for some reason my stickers were backwards. I think I put my case wrong. Yeah. And then I uploaded a TikTok about, I forgot what. And all the comments were like, why are your stickers upside down? And I was like, that's not even the point of the video, right? But then all the comments were saying that. So I was like, hey, like, I should do something where, like, I can get people to comment. So then I bought, like, this tacuache. And during that time, that's when the tacuache stuff was happening.
Yeah.
So I would put the tacuache in a different spot every video. And the comments would be like, hey, did anyone notice the tacuache? Why is there a tacuache hanging in the bag? So from there, we would learn how to, like, create content and get comments.
Yeah.
And
people attention.
Well, yeah, I think that's how we started getting a little bit more creative.
The engagement, that it causes. So so everything is strategically done, no? Because I see you guys do teasers sometimes, and y te quedas con la gana. You're like, I want to see what the fuck these guys are talking about. That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, we're like, if he has like, literally his shirts things, like I'm gonna go change. We're like, no, like leave it on. Like they get comments.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then like obviously like the hate comments, like it doesn't get to us.
Yeah.
Who creates the hooks?
I think it's a collective effort. Okay. I think everything is like we all put it in a little granito de arena.
Who's the one to play soccer? You played soccer, no?
All of us except Angel.
Yeah. But you were trying to make it to the big leagues or what?
Yeah.
That's fucking hard, huh?
No, it is hard.
That's a lot of fucking work, bro. So you were playing as a chiquillo?
Yeah, and then I stopped like freshman year or sophomore year. Yeah. But I stopped liking it. I don't know, what's so weird. I used to love it. Like I wanted to be like the next Messi, like almost every other kid, but I just stopped liking it and then
that's a lifestyle, going on to tournaments and going to the traveling and money. Oh, dude, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of work for the parents, bro.
Yeah.
Traveling y que los hotels y que el juego a las 7 y luego otro a las 12 y luego dingas. Oh, yeah. And then they pass, they go into the finals. Puta madre, otro juego a las 6. Ay, cabrón, y todo el día, cabrón, el pinche cabrón.
El proceso de ustedes, I know you guys had different, because I see that you guys have different sets. Like what has that been like? I know right now you guys están estrenando, ¿no? Un set nuevo.
Oh, you guys moved? No, you guys moved the set too.
Yeah, so the first set was in my garage. Huge shout out to my parents that allowed us to put our studio there rent free for first 2 years. And I feel like when your parents te dan una oportunidad to do something that's never been done and have trust in you, I feel like se debe respeto, and admiration to them. So huge shout out to them.
Tocó ir a mí ahí. It looked a lot bigger on TV when I showed up. I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Remember I showed up, I was like, oh damn.
It's a one-car garage.
It's a one-car garage, but it's en la cámara se mira grandote. No, who designed that?
I did.
You did it?
Like literally, like it was my ideas, and then for like the second season, I had the idea, but I couldn't build it. So Angel's dad built it for us.
Oh, that's tight.
For season 2, we when you went, how we had the TV.
Yeah.
We took that wall down and then we pushed it back a little bit more.
Yeah. It was like 1 foot extra.
Yeah,
space.
just so we can have more space.
More space.
We wanted to have sillones, so then we just added that, and it's been a crazy ride. Like people think like, oh, you guys are in a big place. When Pepe Garza went, he was like, dude, you guys are like doing crazy things in a one-car garage, and a lot of people have been giving us like credit because they said a lot of big things were created in the garage. Google, Amazon. And it's like, we're the next
We're the next Google.
Started in a garage too, in a 1-car garage too. It just happened to have like an extra little room they built onto it, and so it was just a little bit longer than your normal 1-car garage. Pero el puro like era un 1-car garage también. Pero pues I guess si hay ganas, you know.
Yeah.
And that the limitations are sometimes what make you. Como que they make you think more and ingeniártela, no? To make it work.
Fire in you, right?
Yeah, bro. The limitations that shit make. Because if you have todo a la mano, a veces dices, pues, como que no le echas tantas ganas que si you had those limitations, you know, where you need to make it happen some way or the other, no?
Yeah, it builds character, I think, you know. We were there for a long time. Oh, when you came over, it was at nighttime, so I don't remember if it was like summer or not, but we've had episodes, you know, we're like sweating, you know, like dripping sweat and stuff, and
then cold as fuck.
It's pretty crazy. And then, you know, like every time, you know, we'd have a guest come over, they're like, oh, everybody, you know, had the same.
I thought it was bigger.
I thought it was bigger. It looked bigger on camera, you know. Yeah, like the whole like restroom stuff. You know, they would when they needed to use the restroom, they would go to his house. So like, you know, his parents were like a huge help, and I think for a long time I was like, you know, we wish we had all this stuff and more space, and yeah, it wasn't like si se necesita. But I think it was also, there's like certain like beauty to the struggle too, of you know, just like making the most out of like, you know, what your parents give you, what you were able to also, you know, get together on your own, you know, with the hard work.
Y pues me imagino que you guys look back at it started and where you guys are at now, and I mean it's a fucking huge ass difference, no? You guys got picked up by, who was it? By Spotify? Was that the one? ¿O cómo estuvo el rollo ahí con Spotify?
Well, we just had like this little collaboration for to curate our own playlist.
Yeah.
But we haven't signed like with anything with like a Spotify
you guys
podcast.
Okay. I thought you guys had signed with
we're
them.
working on that.
Y ahorita, entonces ahorita from that garage, what was next after that?
We just moved into a house. A 3-story home.
Damn,
right now it's like the 18th. On the 15th, hicimos un mes. We moved into the place.
On the 18th.
Like completely like moving out. I'm setting up the studio in there. It's been like a super crazy ride, and I think also like how you said, like from where you start to where you're now. I still think like it's like a struggle every day. You know, it's like a learning process every single day. Just trying to get better and trying to keep going.
Yeah, now where you guys are moving out, you guys are, so you say you guys moved the studio now. Have you guys already did episodes there or?
Just like in the living room, but we're still building the set.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be in the garage again.
In the garage, I mean,
but it's gonna be a 3-car garage.
Wait, now you guys move in together?
Yeah, we moved in together.
Okay, so
that's tight.
I mean, it's like alright, dude. These
dude, it's
¿Quieres más pedorro?
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you, Keiko. I don't know. Keiko leaves pubes in the guest restroom.
Right, shave your pubes, dog. 2023, Keiko, come on. Get
and
pretty crazy.
too on the
Damn, because the other day, like, it just hit me too, you know, like, I don't think it's, like, very common, you know, just like the friends say. You know, I feel like a lot of friend groups have said, like, oh, it'd be badass if we lived together, but, like, this made it out of the group chat, you know? Like, the house is there, the stuff is in there. Yeah, I think, and at the end of the day, like, it's still the same goal, you know, just, like, trying to make it out, trying to make our parents proud, and we try to make something out of ourselves.
Keep growing, for sure.
Before it was, like, a little break. Well, I still get a break because I don't live there, but I'll spend, like, the night in the living room.
Yeah.
But it's like a little break, you know. I gotta go home and not deal with them, but they're together every day, like every second.
He watches us fight over, like, whose dishes are those? Jason.
Yeah. I get there and I'm like, why are there dishes in the sink? Like, whose are they? Jason, wash your shit. Like, yeah, like, I get there and I have to, like, take over the house.
Pero querían casa and they're never home.
Shit.
This was all day. This was.
What do you guys do besides the podcast? You guys have hobbies or okay?
Work? I do. I still have a full-time job. I'm a truck driver for UPS.
Yeah.
And
you get recognized
Monday?
when you're on your route?
Yeah, a lot.
All the time. No, hey, aren't you Keiko?
It's cool, but at the same time, like, it's nervous. Like,
nervousness.
Nervous, like, or however you pronounce it. Like, I'll be on my lunch and I'll be eating, and then the next thing you know, like, someone sits in front of me, like, oh, are you Keiko from Agushto? I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? And then, like, we end up taking our lunch together. Like, he'll eat with me and then we'll just talk about, like,
hello, random person.
Yeah. Like,
I want to eat lunch with you.
Like, we'll just start talking about, like, how the podcast started and everything. Yeah. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna just bring a camera with me and have, like, interviews with random people, like, on my lunch and things like that.
So, tú no vives entonces con ellos. You do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still live with my dad and my sisters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm basically half the time with them. I get there around like 1:30, and then just stay until me fastidien, and then I leave.
So what's a day like in the life of Agushto Papa, the podcast? Like, what's the tomorrow? ¿Qué van a hacer en la
I'm gonna tell you how it's supposed to be.
How
and
it
then
is.
I'll tell you how it is.
So
How it's supposed to be. You know, everyone wakes up whatever time they want. Everyone has to be at the living room at 12. Everyone has to do like 10 clips.
Ready to work. Yeah,
Ready to work, and after that, everyone could do whatever they want. But instead, he gets home like at 2. I don't know where he's at. Well, he gets here at 12, and then Keko pulls up like at 6. And, it's just
he's like, I need to leave at 7:15. I have to be here from 6 to 7:15.
And I need a break.
So I feel like we have good days and bad days. You know, I think there's days where, you know, we get the 10 clips and we do more. And aside from just editing, we'll plan out like podcasts just in case like we have an artist. Recently, we done the merch, which is all homemade. All the merch is homemade. And bruh, y'all don't have my vodka? Whatever.
No. No, keep going.
Nah, but I think there's days where we're grinding, you know. I feel like we si le echamos ganas, you know. We made it out the house for a reason, you know.
For sure.
I mean, not to sound any cocky or anything, but
No, I think that just adds pressure.
Yeah, it's definitely a
because
lot of
you know,
pressure.
like how we told our parents, you know, like we're moving in here, like we're doing it like full time, and we are just we're still trying to learn. Les mintiéramos, no, if we told you guys like, oh, every day is like awesome, and we have like a schedule. Like, let's say when we're not gonna go out and like do anything, like we have a, you know, the schedule, making our clips. We always you know, gotta produce ideas. Maybe reach out to an artist if they reached out, and just like keeping track of the stuff that we have to do. But I think it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It is, no?
And just to add on to what Angel said is that we really don't have like, you know, a formula to our success, you know.
Yeah.
You're kind of always debating am I doing something right? Am I doing something wrong? So it's always about creating something instead of like following a specific formula.
Trial and error.
Yeah, and like, you know, entrepreneur, it's like the scariest thing, you know, but I mean, I guess I'm glad to say I get to do it with my friends, you know.
Yeah.
This, you know, podcast stuff.
Y viviendo ustedes los tres juntos, pues ya it's very different than when you guys obviously lived on your own, no? I'm sure you guys found out shit about yourselves, like, oh shit, this is the way I say so.
Oh, can I talk about that?
What?
Can I talk about that?
Oh yeah,
Nos podemos desahogar. He drags his feet like crazy,
dude.
Like in a,
why do you
okay,
drag
look,
your
it's
feet?
no somos picky, no somos
He walks
picky.
and drags his feet.
He like
scratches food.
obnoxiously, him.
Listen.
And then also like whenever he eats anything, whatever it is, like
He stabs it.
spoon, fork, whatever. Let's say it's like yogurt, like you know how like sometimes you have to mix a little bit.
Yeah.
He goes like for 5 minutes. Anything like
Very aggressive.
and very aggressive. Like I don't know what happened there.
We have a no shoe policy 3rd floor, and I see sandals like in the stairs.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's been a learning curve.
And then
but-
I'll be like, oh, Jason's gonna pick it up when he gets home. Nope, still there. So the next day, I get those sandals, put them in front of his door, so he could put them in his room. Tampoco.
jumps over them.
Jumps over.
Our house is haunted.
The house.
So you
It
guys
is?
have, you guys obviously saying that you guys are learning, you guys are working consistency. What can you guys tell us about how this YouTube world works? You know, what have you guys learned about why you guys mentioned 10 clips, right? Why 10 clips? How do you guys feel about all this content coming out?
Well, now we just started those 10 clips because we just moved out. So like now there's like rent. So now we have to be like consistent. But with the YouTube stuff, it's super complicated. Like we're still learning a lot. I do know like if you're starting YouTube, like just upload like 3 shorts a day. Like it really helps the subscribers. I remember one time when we started uploading shorts, we gained 50,000 subscribers that month.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
And,
I think I like to think about it as like shooting, you know, to see if you get the like that 3-pointer. Like the more videos you post, like the more chances you have of like one taking off.
Of going viral,
That makes
no?
sense.
Yeah, but the whole like 10 clips, I think it's kind of like a quota, you know, we set for ourselves.
So 10 clips son para cuántos días? No pa un día, right?
Oh, no.
Each one does 10 clips a day.
Yeah, we try to do that.
Wow.
10 clips a
That's
day.
40
Yeah,
clips.
yeah. Well, I think we're playing catch up. Like this,
Yeah, catch up.
this has been like for the past since we moved in, so about a month. So it's not like we've been doing this for a long time. Like,
Yeah,
no crean que
yeah.
somos tan trabajadores tampoco. Yeah.
That's a full-time job and shit.
Yeah, because then from there, like, you know, you have the luxury of like looking through the clips, picking the one that you like the most. Because like, let's say like, you know, sometimes you do make a clip and you're like, you know what, like, I don't know if I like this, you know.
Yeah.
So then from there you get to pick, and you know, tweak with a little
Maybe
bit, and you know, you shoot that shot, see if it does. Really good.
Yeah. That's fucking wild, dude. I think
Yeah.
this is a gang of clips,
Yeah,
bro.
but we're still at the. I feel like we're still at the step where we're just like still learning all the stuff we don't know yet.
Yeah. It's definitely a full-time job. Esta madre de hacer clips, de hacer. I mean, all that shit is work, you know? How long does it take you to do a clip?
It really depends.
It depends, like if it's going on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, because like each, platform has its own format. And I think another thing that's pretty interesting about us is that we actually all learned how to edit. So everybody knows how to clip up. Everybody knows how to, use Photoshop. And I mean, I don't know if people might know that or not, or they probably think we have an editor, but it's literally all us.
So that's all you guys.
Yeah, we set up the cameras.
Before I met them, I didn't even know how to turn on a computer.
But we do have an editor. Shout out Brandon. He works 2 times a day, but he helps us with our 2 times a week. He helps us with our vlogs.
Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah,
Brand Dog.
Brand Dog Productions.
Because he's a dog now.
Yeah, es bien loco ese.
Is that the guy that does the animal?
No, that's
another guy. No.
Yeah,
That's the guy. That's the animal show. Oh, what is it called? No, Donovan se llama.
Dogovan.
Did he go to the YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we seen him there.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
So what's next for you guys? What are you guys working on? I know you guys have big plans always, bro.
What's next right now is there's like 2 things. We're working on an album, kind of, like with a bunch of artists.
Yeah.
And a record label.
Damn,
that's what we're on this week.
That's sick.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it because I feel like it's gonna take up a lot of time, and then if you send an artist, like it's like your baby, you have to take care of it, make sure like he's always posting. But what we're gonna do is something a little different for now. We're gonna sign like singles and albums.
Yeah.
And then from there we'll see like where it takes us.
And then you guys have a huge platform.
Yeah, so like we're just gonna use our platform and like what we know from like YouTube Shorts, TikTok. Like TikTok's so important. Like if you're an artist and you're not posting on TikTok, like I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You guys think that's super important?
It's like the most important.
That's the biggest
right
key
for everything, business.
Back then we would say like a long time ago we would be like, oh, if you want to pop off or you're trying, everybody is trying to, everybody's on the come up, make a song that would work good for TikTok, it could like clip up a little TikTok sound and people run with that and your song's just gonna go. And I think like the people have started doing that. Not that they listen to us, but sure. They caught it on their own.
But TikTok started a lot of careers, bro. There's so many people that have just fucking made a whole ass career out of fucking TikTok, bro. That's
aquí los cuatro.
Yeah. TikTok.
That's how we started. And I feel like Ivan Cornejo was found off TikTok. Chino Pacas was found off TikTok.
Danny Lux.
Yaritza, Danny Lux. There's a lot of like young artists that they're making noise now because of
made
TikTok.
careers, literally. Right?
Yeah, and it's like TikTok helps a lot of things. Like TikTok builds fans and it builds your enemies.
Yeah.
But siempre van a estar viendo tus videos. They're still gonna be commenting.
Yeah.
Good or bad, it's still good feedback. Like you're still gonna improve from that, and I think everybody should take a shot at TikTok. Like just post videos like 3 times a day.
Post videos.
Dude, that's what I was saying. We've been telling him to post.
My boy, take your own.
Every morning he wakes up. God, let's show the TikTok together. Come on.
No, it is really important, TikTok. Okay, cosa.
No, yeah, the posting thing but it's also hard, like the consistency.
Coming up with things to post, no?
Well, yeah, that too. Like it's, I think in this, I bet you guys also know it's like from the moment you wake up to the moment you go sleep. I mean, if you're not physically working, then you're, at least like trying to come up with an idea, producing something, and just trying to get better. And yeah, the full-time job.
What kind of challenges do you guys get like with so much content being happening? Like, and do you guys consume content as well? Like, so how do you guys go about? Because we came in from a time where content wasn't that consistent like that. There was less of everything, but now it's so much. Everybody knowing how to edit, everybody knowing how to shoot.
AI too.
There's so much content happening. So how do you guys deal with that? On an emotional level.
Kind of like you said, like it does affect you emotionally too, cause like you're on the computer all day, and not every video you post is gonna hit. Yeah. So that's why you spend so much time like on one video and then it doesn't post. It doesn't hit, and then also man, I forgot what I was gonna say.
So we thought uno.
See, it's discouraging, no? Me imagino.
Yeah.
It's discouraging when cuando you put a lot. You think este va a ser el bueno.
And then there's no
You put it
like,
out.
well, like literally like the YouTube algorithm, like that thing's like super complicated too, cause like TikTok, you kind of get it down, but with YouTube it's just so confusing.
Yeah.
Or like for example, like we just got demonetized last week. Like they didn't give us a warning, nothing. Both of our
Why?
channels, and then they just like, hey, you can't you're demonetized now. Well, wait 3 months.
And we're like,
to
but the
reapply.
rent.
And we had just moved out, like we have rent now.
What the
So
fuck?
we're like in the process of getting it fixed. I don't know if it's gonna get fixed. I'm pretty sure it will. I just don't know how long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
But
And
you're
our-
just kind of like, damn, like what did I do? You know?
Yeah.
And our
warning,
TikTok is
nothing.
blacklisted too.
Is that right?
We're shadow banned.
Because
No
of
los quieren.
copyrights or something like that, or
I have no
They
idea.
didn't say-
Just
they
didn't say
They
anything.
didn't tell you.
Well, I think it just said reused content. I think because we
Fuck.
react to stuff, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say when Peso Pluma was at Jimmy Fallon, I think, like, those bigger companies, like, they actually look at that and, like,
yeah.
hey, like, we want to be the only ones to post that.
Yeah, to
That's what
post that.
I'm assuming. I don't
Yeah,
know.
hold
Oh,
on. But yeah,
shit.
emotional. I think it's I mean, I guess just speaking on me, you know, I think it's like a roller coaster. You know,
Yeah.
you have your good days, you have your bad days, but no matter what, you have to like really keep your goal in mind and just keep pushing through.
I'm sure when you guys started, you guys didn't start doing this for the money. You guys started doing it because you guys liked it and you guys
Mhm.
thought it was something interesting and like people might like. And de repente se convierte en una carrera and then
Yeah.
it becomes about the money and then you start feeling that little pressure. Then, you know, you got to
Yeah.
deliver, you got to have.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when you know, people will like recognize you and stuff.
Yeah.
I right away I just think like I'm putting a face to like the number of like people that are waiting for like a really good video on Monday,
Yeah.
and like you can't let them down.
You can't let them
yeah,
down.
that too.
You know, like what's gonna happen. So to me, it's a lot of pressure.
Every video you guys put out, me imagino que es like a little fucking like drum roll, like, oh, fuck, no, come up.
Unless
Every
there's
Monday,
beef.
every Monday's like feel my heart.
And then sometimes, like, if we don't post,
Yeah.
they text us too, and
Oh yeah.
like, why didn't you guys post today? Like, we're waiting for a video and stuff like that. And then like,
Yeah.
you know, Diego's like actually like really picky when it comes to like filming.
Yeah.
So like literally, if we don't start off with good energy, we reshoot it. No matter if
Yeah.
we're like 5 minutes in,
Yeah.
I don't like it reshoot. Like we do it like 3 times sometimes, you know. And there's sometimes where like stuff doesn't get covered right, and we gotta recover like the topic and everything.
Like
So you
30
have to
minutes
be-
in.
you have to be
Yeah.
picky with that stuff, no? It has to.
No, like
Yeah.
when was it? We shot a whole episode, and we're like, oh, it's good. He didn't like it. We reshot it the next day.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
the whole episode all over.
Quality control right there.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
good,
you know
though.
he likes to deliver like the best of the best. You know, it's
There
not
has
gonna
to be
be.
somebody on the team always that's
Mhm.
on that, you know, the quality control of how it looks and the aesthetic, everything.
Yeah.
todo ese pedo.
yeah.
And it's even like the for example, like we each edit 10 videos a day. Sometimes you can edit those 10 and only one would get posted and the other ones won't. So like, you know, you still gotta deliver good content, but not all of it's gonna be posted. You know, it's the best. Whatever is gonna bring noise is gonna get posted.
So you guys have a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff que no ha salido.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have a lot of like content. Like, if I could put a number on it, I think it'd be like up to 200 clips. We're
That-
just in
that
a
never
hard
made-
drive.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully one day it'll get posted. You know, it's like Keiko like saying like we're really picky with the content, and obviously we're trying to do our best. And shout out to the fans too that keep us on our toes. And we really owe it to the fans that they support us and make the platform big. And I feel like that's the reason why these artists, you know, even want to come on the podcast, because the people ask for it. You know, you kind of already have like that figure of, okay, these people do podcasts, like I'm gonna go on their show. You know, I think it's because of them.
Super thankful for all the people that support every single week. For all, you guys are the ones watching, and we really appreciate you. And les echamos ganas por ustedes.
Son los chidos, no? So the ones that
Yeah, people
pay the bills.
yeah. And I think for instance, like you guys came into a world where you know YouTube is a career now, right? And a lot of there's nobody that taught you. You know, for like everything you guys are saying is basically a serious job. You know, taking the content. You know, nobody really taught you that más que YouTube. You know, so how you guys, that work ethic that you guys have, I feel like that's part of the success. Is there, like, I know you said that you guys work together on everything. Is there a specific role that one of you got, each one has? I know you're the quality control, right?
Yeah, we could talk a little bit about what each one of us does.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody. I'm the one that networks. I'm always everywhere.
What?
Yeah, so
No
I'm
wonder
the
I
one.
see you.
Si ni dices, no me... Hey, siempre que ando de party, I'm like, oh, shit, there's Gecko.
I'm networking.
Yeah,
You guys know at 2 in the morning, guys. I'm networking.
Networking.
I am. I'm the one that's like, I'm not shy to talk to people.
Yeah.
I'll go up to you and be like, hey, what's up? You know, this and this.
That's an important, super important role, though.
Yeah.
That's super important. Like
Yeah.
that what you're doing, I'm sure that has gotten stuff done. You know.
Parties could be an email though.
Yeah. One
But
day.
Mejor en persona, ¿da?
yeah, get them when they're comfortable. You know, a couple shots in.
Whoa.
Like,
Oh my God. Get the weather like 6 shots.
A media peda. le pides- That's funny.
yeah, so I'm the one that like networks and does all the communication and closing deals.
The deal sealer.
The A&R.
Oh,
Just trying to think what I do.
well, I do everything.
Yeah.
Just job title.
Everything.
Mr. I do everything.
I think we all do a little bit of everything, and I think we keep each other accountable. I think if you want to have something successful and you're in a group, you gotta, keep each other accountable. For example, there was a time where we were shooting clips that we were gonna send to Spotify, and like Angel forgot to turn on the lights, and I was like, oh, like the clips are good, but you forgot to turn on the light, and it's like one of these. And obviously, you learn from it, and I think we learn from each other as well. I learned how to edit because of Diego, and then I teach him what I learned, and I'm pretty sure he teaches Gecko too. So it's like it's a domino effect.
Yeah.
The knowledge that you get, you pass it on. Same thing with posting, reels, shorts, what time to post. It's all that matters.
And all that stuff was trial and error. Now they're learning when to post, what time to post.
So many errors every day.
Go for Angel answer.
To this day.
What do I do? I just try to learn a little bit of everything and help out with whatever I can. Ellos son los buenos.
Angel's the one that puts us on check.
He's
If
like
we're
the dad.
fucking around,
Oh, yeah?
if we're messing around, he tells us like, hey,
Indoor voices.
ponte like, ponte serio, like it's time
Yeah.
to work. When we're on set, like sometimes we're on our phones and he's like, hey, do this. If like for the merch, we're messing around while doing orders, and he yelled at us. He's like, I'm gonna be mad if I get 20 orders back saying they're wrong and this and that,
Yeah.
So Angel's mostly the one that puts
Yeah.
everybody on check.
Disciplinary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know when he said the phones things, like, I want to apologize. I didn't know, like, we were actually, like, just started and I was on my phone. So
Oh, you
sorry
messed
if
up.
people
Oh, no,
saw
you're
that.
good. You're good.
Yeah, I didn't see.
You're cocky.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just trying to learn. I'm, like, again, like, they started this. I joined later on. Like, they've known each other since, like, first grade. So, I'm just, like, really appreciative of the opportunity. I got to work with them. I've told them here and just trying to learn because, like, they already knew, like, how to edit, all that stuff. They had, like, done their music videos.
Yeah.
They had a sense of all that, and I didn't even know how to turn a computer on.
And he was like super shy.
Oh, man.
Like he
Yeah.
wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
Like he would avoid talking to like any human being.
Yeah,
No, like,
yeah. And
he's
then the other
super
day we were
shy.
talking about this,
Introverted.
like, with somebody, and then we're like, oh, yeah, like, I don't know how to turn on the computer. I was so shy. And they're like, so why did I have you on? So, like, it got me thinking, So, like,
Yeah.
it made me even, like, more appreciative of the opportunity. Because I wanted to be able to talk to people and be outgoing, but I didn't know how. I just had, like, the desire. And then, like, when I just, like, ran into them, I was like, this is my chance to, like, really be outgoing. And
Now he edits podcasts.
That's the podcast.
There you go.
So that's a lot of work.
Yeah?
Editing is a lot of work.
Stuff I don't know. I don't know how to do nothing.
Dile que te ayude.
I know.
I'm gonna teach. I'm
I
gonna teach
know.
him.
You
He's
know,
gonna
10
have to
clips a
teach me
thing.
because I don't know how to do none of that, bro. Yo soy malo para eso.
Are you guys introvert or extrovert?
Let me tell you,
Extrovert.
he's extroverted.
It's
You
extremely.
can cuss? Let's fuck. And then what do you guys consider yourself?
I think we're all extra worded.
Yeah, I feel like I could have a conversation.
I try. I think on camera, like, it's good, but, like,
He's got
in-
better though.
in
Yeah.
real life. Why? I guess like in a room with the cameras turned on, I got used to it. But
You get used to it.
like, let's say at a party and stuff, like, I'm not gonna be like trying to talk to 10 people. Like, I wouldn't be networking. I'm just at a party to get fucked up.
You're
That's
just
it.
chilling there.
Something funny about Angel is when the podcast started and people started to, recognize us in public. We would go to concerts and obviously they would recognize him. The fans would be like, "Hey, you're Angel from Agushto Papa." And I was like, "Yeah." And then he would just turn away.
Like, he
And then
was
people
so
might
rude.
people might think he's rude, but I'll be like, Angel, like ask them where they're from, like how they been, you know. And I feel like he really got a grasp on like, you know, how to communicate with the human being.
With the human being.
Nah, that's my boy.
So now what, I mean, having a podcast that's so successful, like the one you guys have fans, no? How do you guys deal with the fans? Is it like you guys still trip out on it, or los tienen, you know, como los reciben los
Yeah,
fans?
I think we still trip out, and like I think meeting fans is probably like the best thing. Like when we go to concerts, that's our favorite part, when we meet fans. And I just think it's crazy when like we meet like a fan who's like a músico, and he tells like, bro, trust me, one day I'm gonna be on your podcast. Or when they're like shaking,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, damn, dude, that's crazy. Like I'm just a person.
Well, when I met you guys at a concert too. Remember, I met you guys at the junior
At the junior age one,
junior
Microsoft.
age concert. Yeah, you guys are always in concerts every weekend, or
Casi.
The ones in LA, yeah.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Ya te conocen en las calles.
I know. Agushto.
Aparte, pues, obviamente, you guys do the podcast, but I also see that you guys do blogs and you guys put everything on the same. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think everyone has their individual channel. Everyone stopped uploading. But I just started uploading my vlogs next week.
I just started next week.
It's crazy, bro. I have like a lot of vlogs, and they're like good vlogs. They're with like artists too.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I feel like the podcast takes up a lot of time.
it does. No,
But I'm gonna make time now.
you got to dedicate a lot of time to the
Yeah.
podcast. No, that's like your bread and butter. Como quien
Yeah.
dice, no?
Yeah. And we started uploading vlogs on our on the podcast channel,
Yeah,
just so the fans can actually get to know us outside of the podcast.
I'm more on a personal level.
Mhm.
No?
Yeah, because I feel like they just, you know, we're just sitting down, you know, just talking. And then on the podcast, they get to see like us interacting with each other, doing other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
going to this event, seeing how it goes. You know, they see us drink, they see it. So it's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the real you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. And I
And
saw
then-
the Fuerza Regida challenge with the soccer. You guys had a soccer.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
It's well, since we all grew up playing soccer, except Angel, we wanted to do something else so the fans could get another point of view of the artist.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, he does music, we just see him on stage, you know. We want them to get to know them more of if they play sports, you know. So we're actually doing another stuff that's gonna come out really soon with artists as well, just so everybody could get to know them at a personal level instead of an
A
artist.
different way, no, que los miren de otra manera.
Yeah.
Now, como ustedes hacen, pues como que dijimos earlier, like you guys do the Paisa TMZ and all that, you know. I'm sure you guys have gotten into pedos, no, with artists and
Oh, Angel.
Oh,
Both mics.
Double fist.
No, nos llevamos tranquilo con todos.
todos.
Menos Marco Mepe.
Oh shit! Damn.
I know my boy first time. Clip. Yeah.
You guys have beef with Marca? Oh, you have.
No,
What's
it's because
on?
they keep saying it's beef with me because
He hit him up.
yeah. So what happened? I don't know if you guys probably know. You know the artist that came out when he was like, however he wants to call treating his musicos
Yeah.
team members, and it was right before they did the show at the Crypto. It was in December. Yeah. So then like it was like on Saturday, on Thursday. It was the first time we ever saw him. They're like, oh, you guys want to come to the press conference, like donde va Telemundo and all that stuff, like Despierta America, and like we just show up, you know, and we're like, you know, we're fans. You know, I listen to his music. We get there, we see him, we say hi, like, can we get a picture, like all that, you know, like Telemundo was actually recording and stuff, but we didn't. And then after, like the audios came out I think the audios came out like the day before or something.
Same day at night.
Oh yeah, like the night before or something like that. And then like literally before everybody walked in, like some lady comes outside. It's like, okay, you guys cannot ask anything about any audios ever.
No, about the group breaking up. The audios were
Oh,
not yet.
okay, the group breaking up. And we're like, bet.
What did I say?
He was like, okay, let's go then. Like really loud. Everybody's so professional. We're like, okay, let's go then. No, but we still go in.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we asked for the picture, whatever, you know, we're fans. And then the audios came out after we met him. And then we're like, we talked about it, you know? And then out of everybody, he decides to like text me. And then he was like, oh, like you guys act like fans in person. And then, you know, you guys do your little videos, you know, talk shit, this and that. And well, I didn't say anything. I don't want to say what I replied, but yeah, I guess on that side, like it kind of maybe does seem like that. We're like, oh, you know, like two-faced or whatever. But we didn't know about that. We just thought the group broke up and that's it. Yeah. But yeah, the audios came out after that, and yeah, he told me stuff.
But I mean, the audios were already leaked, no? Before you guys released them. No, it's not like you guys.
Oh
leaked
yeah, no,
them.
like we didn't do. We just talked about it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we didn't have anything to do with that.
Shit.
Yeah, but yeah, but it was just funny because like out of everybody, like he texted me, you know, he could have texted like Agushto Papa podcast, like me, bro.
He took it personal.
They went to his show too.
We got kicked out.
Oh, you want to talk about
That's
that?
kicked out.
What?
We actually never talked about this.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Super exclusive.
A ver.
So yeah. So
Pam, pam.
one of my friends, he's from VMG. He's like the promoter for it, and they're hosting the show in what is it, Chuchuki?
Chukansky?
I know we're saying it wrong, but like Choniski Park in Fresno.
Oh, Chochansky.
Yeah.
Chinuski Park.
So we
Saludos
saw
a Chinuski Park.
Saludation. We saw that Peso was gonna be there, so we're like, hey, let's go. Like, you know, I told Angel, so I hit up the guy. I was like, hey, can me and my homies pull up? They're like, bet, yeah, vénganse. We're like, bet, jalado. I hit up my other homies, hey, let's go, bet. We go, we get there. We drive the 4 hours. We get there. Or like 5.5.
Yeah.
Cause we stopped by to eat and, you know, se tarda, man.
Otra hora?
Alright, so we get to the event and
No. You started off wrong. Okay, look, and then he's gonna take off from here. Okay. So he was like, oh, let's go. The guy said yes, we could go to the event. The event was already sold out, you know, once the plans were made. So that's why, you know, he asked like, hey, you know, can we get tickets? Can we get in? It's like, oh yeah, for sure, let's do it. And then he was like, okay, let's say it was like a Saturday. I don't remember what day. He's like, okay, like the show is on Sunday. We're gonna leave Saturday at 11 in the morning. And then he texted me like at 10 in the morning. He's like, oh, the guy just called me and he said that, I guess like, okay, you go from there.
so,
Take over.
literally, as soon as we were gonna leave, they called me. Hey, espérate, wasn't it Ricky? Ricky doesn't want you here. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, that you're not allowed to be present to the show. And I was like, fuck. Bro, ya teníamos like Airbnb, compromisos to be out there and everything.
Shit.
Compromiso.
So,
¿Compromisos con quién?
Por Airbnbs.
Unas por ahí. So then we get there, you know, we're like, ah, fuck it, like, let's still show up. We showed up and literally they pointed at us, and me and Angel, you are not allowed inside.
You guys were already inside? Or
No,
you guys...
we were going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
shit.
so what happened was like, we're like, oh, we're still gonna go, you know, just have an Airbnb and everything. And we're like, oh, no, like, just like a fun day. And we're like, but we really wanted to go to the show. We wanted to see Peso. And we asked them where was like the will call gate, or like where they give you the tickets, you know?
Yeah, the World Cup.
And they're like, oh, like we walked around, we got to there, and there was like their stuff. And we were maybe from here, I don't know, maybe like 20, 30 feet. And like they saw us and they're like,
Oh, what the fuck?
and I was like, damn, let me get to the gate first.
So you guys didn't even make it to the gate? So
No,
kick
they were
rocks.
like, no, but we still kept walking.
Yeah.
And then
Well, two of our other friends, they bought their tickets before like everything. So they go in and they were like, oh, what? Like, you know, empezamos a alegar. Not like crazy, like, oh, nah, fuck this, fuck that.
it was calm.
It was like a little like, oh, why? Like, what we do? And then they're like, oh, we seen those videos of you guys talking shit about us and this and that.
And we were like, me?
Yeah, and they were like, nah, it was the other guys trying to blame it on them because they weren't there, you know?
We hadn't said that before.
Oh,
Yeah, throw
So
it
we
under the
tried
bus.
we were like, nah, it's the other guy. They're like, nah, we know him. And they pointed at Angel. And I was like, fuck, boy. Angel did say it. And then they're like, oh, we're going to call him right now. And they called Ricky. He didn't answer. They called Chato. He didn't answer. They're like, oh, we're not going to let you guys in. I was like, bro, they don't even care. Like, they're not going to know we're here. And then they're like, all right, but we find you guys. We're kicking you guys out. And yeah, los tenían un security. Are you just watching over us and shit? Like, we couldn't even do anything.
But you guys did go inside?
Yeah, but we saw, as soon as Peso played, was over, like, he finished playing, we left.
Eso no nos quiere.
We left. Like, 35% of the people left from the event, like, right after Peso left. That's why I don't like you.
Yeah.
Or just to clarify,
shit.
like, you know, that's dumb. Me, Jason, chilling. Chato. Just kidding. No, but I think it's not beef. I think it's all a misunderstanding because,
Yeah. It's all
like, maybe they thought they know we didn't leak the audios. They know who leaked the audios.
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't like that we talked about them.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons why, like, I myself don't like to get close to people, like, from, like the industry, because now they expect stuff from you.
Yeah.
Like they just expect you not to talk about stuff. If like something bad happens to them, they just expect. That's why like I don't really like to be like
close
good.
like that.
Yeah, be close, because they do expect that. But maybe they were expecting us not to talk about the audios, but it's our job. But
I was gonna say that's what you guys do. I mean, that's exactly what you guys do. You know.
Yeah. Well, we give news when the good stuff happens. We talk about the good stuff, bad stuff. We talk about the bad stuff, and we try to keep it neutral as well. You know.
Yeah, like even with like literally a lot. You know, a lot of stuff comes from Jimmy.
Yeah.
Like we'll talk about it, and we literally see him the next day.
Yeah.
But like, you know, that's cool from Jimmy. Like he doesn't care. He's like, hey, I saw that video. You guys are fucking dicks. Like we just laugh.
Well, the very first time, that we met them, he was like, oh, you guys are the ones talking shit. Ha ha ha. And like.
And then like we uploaded a video. I'm not gonna say which one, but he's like, hey, fix a thumbnail. I don't like this picture or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, that's cool that like they respect our job. Like he respects our job. But
I mean, at the end of the day, shit. They said good or bad publicity is good. It's always good for an artist, you know. I mean, unless you do some wild shit, but that I mean, good and bad publicity is always good, you know.
Le seguimos.
No,
It's not like we lied, you know. It's not like we're out here giving false information. Like we say what's out, but we don't choose sides. Like what happened with Peso Pluma and Peso Pluma and JOP. Like you know, we didn't give our sides, but we covered it because people like, you know, people are cheating.
That's what people. Yeah. I was like, shit. I'll go. Like I was I see things that are happening, and I always go and I check you guys' page. Cause I'm like, these guys have to know what's going on, you know. So and it's true because you guys are really like a trusted news source for the Paisa kids, you know.
Right. Yeah.
That's fucking badass. That's some crazy shit, bro.
I think another reason why people really like what we do is because we kind of say it how it is, you know. I feel like, you know, the day that you sell out or you don't talk about certain stuff is the day that people start really like fucking with you.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it in the comments, like, oh, respect to Agushto, you know, they don't sell out to nobody, like they keep it real. And I feel like that's a part of like what we do.
Has anybody ever tried to, sorry.
You guys gained their trust.
Yeah, we gained their trust for sure.
Nobody's ever tried to buy you guys out, say, hey, don't buy us like that. Uno decía más.
Nah. we wouldn't do it though. We're loyal to our fans, you know.
If they told you, hey, like, don't say anything.
That shit would change everything.
Who's that?
I guess we don't have to talk. You guys just got me banned from all the Marca Mepe concerts now. Sorry, guys.
No,
funny, dog. That's good though.
Where is it that you get the most views off? Like what kind of topics or what kind of
She's messed up.
She's messed up
for sure. Yeah.
People like cheese, man, huh?
Yeah. Then they'll call She's Mostly, but like they watch like the whole episode.
right?
Yeah. Or it depends. Like it's weird because sometimes if we talk about an artist too much, they're like, oh, y'all dick riding and this and that. And we stop talking about them. Oh, why don't you update us about this person? Like, y'all literally told us to stop talking about them, and now y'all.
Well, we did talk about Peso Pluma a lot.
Oh yeah.
But tell them why we talked about Peso Pluma so much.
Why?
Because he was like accomplishing so much like crazy stuff that has never been done in Musica Mexicana, you know.
He's done so many firsts. Yeah, so many first shit that's happened. Yeah. Because of that dude, you know.
And we didn't know who else to talk about to it during that time.
I think there was a time where he was the only one accomplishing like crazy stuff. At least in this scene, like we said that this genre started like as a little niche. Even the name Regional Mexicano started in Mexico, but now it's Musica Mexicana because it blew up. It's like the new pop culture.
Yeah, for sure. Fucking humongous worldwide.
Yeah, and I'll ask you guys, what do you guys think about that? You know, you guys have been in the music way more than
bro. That's amazing.
What do you think about the state of Musica Mexicana as of now?
It's fucking amazing. It's something that has never been seen in music. You know, como dijo ahorita Jason, that it was referred to as regional because it was only from that region of, you know, Mexico. And now it's global. Now, like, shit, people in fucking Ibiza are listening to fucking Peso Pluma. Like, no mames, that's fucking insane, bro. That means that it's only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, you know. For the next generation of musicians, that the standard now is worldwide. Now, how much, you know? Now it's, you know, everything that comes out after that, it can be worldwide. There's that potential, pues. So shit, for me, it's as a producer, it's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's dope. We're gonna have our very first Musica Mexicana artist that's gonna go to Spain.
For what? For the Grammys?
Madrid. Peso Pluma's gonna have a concert in Madrid.
No, that's wild. But like Corridos Tumbados, like.
Corridos Tumbados, of course.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Wow, that's insane, dude.
So that's like
Barcelona and
Madrid.
That's another first.
Too, I think.
Ontario,
Yeah, but that's crazy. Actually, I remember Peso Pluma when the song with Siempre Pendientes with Luis R came out. It was really good, and then they took it off YouTube. And then they're like, I think one of them said, they took it off YouTube. We should talk about that. Like, what do you guys think that happened? And like they said that topic, and then, I guess like, we come back the next day or whatever, and then like we say what we think. Y yo se me ocurrió, like, I was like, what if I text them and ask them? And I look them up, and it said like, Peso Pluma, follow. It's like, do you want to follow back? And I was like, su madre, like he already followed me. I didn't even know. That was insane.
Oh shit!
And I still remember. And it was, I think he had like 300K on Instagram.
And you messaged them?
I messaged them, and actually I have the audio. I could even show you guys if you guys want.
He messaged you back?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Full voice audio.
Yeah, because that's them like, hey bro, like what happened with the song? Like, where did they take it down? And he told me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, like, is it cool if I like show them the audio on the podcast? We're gonna cover it. He's like, oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
So that's super badass.
But right now on YouTube, actually Spotify, they're beeping out a lot of stuff like in
Gavilandos.
Gavilandos, El Azul, a lot La People.
Shit.
There's a lot of songs getting censored on some.
YouTube is cracking down on all that stuff. No, like you
YouTube
can't
and
take out
Spotify.
guns anymore. You can't like talk about certain things anymore.
Yeah, and I think they took down one of Nata's songs. No, Diego?
Oh, well, they didn't let him release Cuerno a su lado.
Yeah.
The one that goes dun, 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 dun. Montado en la Mercedes.
That's fucking wild, bro. Let's get chingón, bro. Come on, let's-
Do you guys also follow, like, who do you guys look at other podcasts that you guys admire? Like, for instance, there's and Flagrant, there's the Milk Boys
Hot
with
ones.
the Full Send, Hot Ones.
Hot ones is funny.
What do you guys
You postive.
Impulsive? Yeah.
Well, I think Impulsive, if you guys didn't notice, the second season, that's where I got the set idea from. Impulsive.
Oh shit.
I watch a lot of Nelk Boys, Joe Rogan, Flagrant too.
Flagrant is badass.
¿Cuál otro? Oh, and then like I started watching Spanish podcasts to get better at Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Like Acá Entre Nos, Guzgri.
Guzgri. That's a good
Well,
one.
yeah,
That's a
because he
good
told me
one.
to watch a lot of Spanish podcasts to get better.
What kind of feedback do you guys get from the audience in Mexico? Because since, you guys do Spanglish.
Oh, that's a good one. I was hoping y'all last. It's mixed.
Yeah, it's mixed. There's like those that are like, oh, do more videos in Spanish, and then there's those that are like, why are you guys talking about Mexican music in English?
In English.
¿Por qué chingados estás pensando en inglés? Están cantando en español.
Habla en español.
Yeah.
Habla en español.
And at first it was really frustrating, It's like,
It was annoying at first,
I
yeah.
was like, pues porque pues también sabemos inglés.
Yeah.
Like over here, bilingual. Like, Yeah, no, you're gonna get me.
We're PR trained.
¿Te
We're trying to be
gusta la
PR
soda en
trained.
bolsita a ti? Ah, no.
Yeah, that was so crazy.
What'd you think about that?
You beat me to. I was gonna.
Bro, I think they went super hard, too hard on her, no?
Los mexicanos no perdonan.
I think you asked the right people here because it happened on the podcast.
Yeah.
What? The whole...
Yeah.
So basically,
that's
that
right.
clip was from Agushto
Yeah.
Papa, but they clipped it up where it just says, I don't like Mexico City. But that was not the whole context of the video.
Yeah.
And they dragged it for that.
Yeah, it was like, I don't like Mexico. I don't like Mexico City. And then you could hear like us laughing after she said that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? But then we made a video about it. And then those were like 3 clips that were like 3 seconds each. I think it was just like saying those words. And we played like a 40-second clip of our podcast. And she was saying, I don't like Mexico. I don't like Mexico City. I love Monterrey. And then right away, Mondo was like, oh, I love Tijuana.
Yeah.
And they give the reasons why they didn't like it as well. I think that sometimes people like se enganchan a algo y no lo sueltan. Pero tienen buenas razones why they don't like it. And I thought it was valid, and also like it resonated with me a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, because they fucking gave them hell for the comments. And I mean, I saw the video of her do with the bolsita, the soda bolsita, and even that I thought like, it's like, I'm sure she's never had it before. Like, if you've never had a soda bolsita, I mean, maybe if you have it as a kid, pues no hay pedo. But yeah, at a certain age, you see a fucking soda bolsita, like, what the fuck is this, So I'm sure to her it was weird. I mean, I've had it and it's fucking fire, ¿verdad? Pero I had it desde morrillo. Pero ella, I mean, I'm sure she was like, ¿por qué a huevo le tiene que gustar la pinche soda en bolsa? What if she wants it in a can or she wants it in a bottle, right?
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I'm not trying to like defend them or anything. I'm not trying to take a side. But also like they said, oh, a mí me gusta la comida bueno, essentially, you know, and paraphrasing, I like the food from where I'm from. And I think like all of us, all Mexicans have said that. Yeah. And I think like it's crazy to me that a lot of people didn't like that when I think a lot of people have said that. Well,
oh yeah,
maybe the people that, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I think Yaritza y su esencia just didn't know how to communicate very well, and it was just taken out of context. And I told these guys that Yaritza, she's like an American, you know, she's American that knows enough Spanish to make Mexican music, and obviously her talent shows for it. Like I think everything was just out of context.
Definitely. I feel the same way about that. Yeah, because they don't no matches.
I mean, now she's in people's radar, so it's kind of a good thing. You know how you're saying that there's no bad publicity.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
She has a show in Mexico at the Festival Arre.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that's gonna go.
Damn.
Because people are commenting, oh, we're gonna throw like bags of coke at her. Oh my we're gonna boo her. We're gonna turn our backs.
Ay, güey.
She's gonna make a bag off of that.
Hay que andar el caco con una canastita catching everything.
Catching all the sodas en bolsita.
Like wrong bolsita.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Y ahora, you guys have had a lot of guests on your podcast. You guys had Becky G on there recently, no? How was that, bro?
Oh my
Scary.
God. I messed up the intro first time in like 2 years that I messed up an intro. And it's because it's Becky G, you know, like a big artist. And then I remember we were in the room and like I was practicing the intro for some reason. I've done it like a lot of times. And as soon as she walks in, I just froze. And I was like, oh shit, like that's Becky G. So right when I do the intro, I remember I was making fun of Gecko too because I was supposed to say the word. What's that word you can't say?
Accomplishment?
No, successful.
Successful. So I said successful.
Oh, yeah, he was like, Becky G, a very successful artist. And then he was like, oh.
Yeah.
You knew because they were going to grill you for that.
Yeah. But it's like, leave it in. Not like that.
That day, we forgot our cable for the mixer.
No,
and
man.
We had to use, luckily our laptop, the charger, connects to the mixer. And I had my laptop with the charger.
Yeah.
Dude, but
that room was so hot too.
Yeah.
It was,
it was foggy.
Hot.
Yeah.
Wait, is that okay? Right there?
Yeah.
Okay, cause
Yeah.
Sigue
grabando.
No, because last time he said that because last time we're recording on GarageBand.
Yeah.
And his computer died. So we lost the whole video. And it was Legado 7.
yeah.
No.
Like the
way.
our biggest video.
Yeah.
And it died. So we had to reshoot it, you know, improvise and
Yeah.
It was bad because
you guys reshot it. He has to say
it was during the summer at 3 p.m. con el calorazo.
That was funny. Like Ramon was talking and then Jason goes like this, and I see his laptop's off, and I was like, "Oh, Ramon, can we restart?"
Yeah.
He did the same jokes again, and everybody.
Yeah, we had to use the same jokes, like fake the
jokes
it was
shit.
bad. Like I feel like
I just wanted to make sure because you know I've obviously had experiences just like anybody else. You know?
La caga Jason mucho.
I know la cagas, güey.
So Becky G's been your biggest artist? No. Who
Biggest
was it?
artist, yeah. No, Becky G's been our biggest artist, but our most viewed video has been Chino Pacas.
Chino Pacas.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
1.3 mil.
Wow. First time getting 2 million.
And you want to hear a crazy story about that?
A ver.
Tell him, Joe. Tell him.
It's a crazy story. Oh yeah, so with Chinito Pacas, I had he came up on my TikTok for you page, and I was
Before
like,
blowing up.
Yeah. Oh no, like this was before like maybe 5,000 followers, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I like the song, I really like it. And then at the time, I think he was like, oh no, I'm gonna go on a fun tangent. I followed him. He actually followed me back, and I was like really excited, you know. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like he sings good, and I'm a fan. And then I mentioned it to him. I was like, oh, like this song's cool. And I told him it reminds me of like when I heard en el radio un cochinero, because I had when I heard that I was like it's super catchy. Like this is catchy. Like I think people will like it. People, you know, get a chance to hear it. And like we didn't make much of it. And then later on they were like, oh, you know, we're gonna record. You know, like I think it was on Tuesday. And there's like I was like, who is it? He's like, oh, like this you know, he's called Chinito Pacas. I was like, oh my god, like I know him. Like like it's awesome. You know, he's gonna be on. I'm excited.
But the point of the story is that like Chino Pacas emailed us his music,
Yeah.
And then he saw it and he was like, dude, like, let's try to do something with this artist. Like, he's gonna hit, trust me. And I was like, what could we do? Like, we don't have the time to start a label.
Yeah.
And then Chino Pacas just takes off.
Fuck.
We missed out on millions.
Yeah, so if you like, there's a message from like Chino Pacas like saying like, hey bro, like I emailed my music to the email, like check it out.
Damn.
Yeah, and actually we were talking about this earlier, like in a meeting we had earlier, and but then I don't feel like oh damn, like I missed out, like no, honestly, like I'm happy that like he's at where he's at, and then like regardless, I think that we wouldn't have known what to do with it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just cool. And like the song like Dijeron que no,
it's a catchy
like
song.
I think it was like a premiere, right, on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
I remember he was, you know, we have like the same little setup. He was right here with his guitar, and I was like, oh, like that's cool. I took out my phone, I recorded it, and like I posted like the TikTok like maybe the next day or the day after that, I can't remember. And like that's where like that sound came from, because I recorded it and I was like, I don't know where to like start the video. I want to start like at the catchy part, and I was like, oh, let's start it here. Like it blew up,
and that's what blew up, no?
Yeah, and it has like 7.5 like million of the video I posted. That's insane. That's insane.
Oh, that's fucking.
Los tiempos de Dios son perfectos. I mean, things happen for a reason, but you guys mentioned that you guys are doing a label, right? So
yeah,
that's perfect because you guys tienen la plataforma y aparte, you know, there's a saying, you know, about this. It takes luck, you know, and luck is when preparation and opportunity meet.
Yeah,
you know, so it's kind of like that's what you guys are prepping for, you know.
Yeah,
because maybe quizás si en ese tiempo lo hubieran firmado ustedes, maybe, como dicen, you wouldn't know what to do with them, and maybe he wouldn't be where he's at right now. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. But I guarantee you that if he would fall in your lap, an artist like that would fall in your lap now, you guys tienen más conocimiento de qué se tiene que hacer, ¿no?
Yeah.
How to plug them up.
¿Qué son los metas en corto plazo?
Yeah, I got it. I think a big goal for us is to keep growing our platform. And a meta that we had for like a long time is to get a big brand deal. Big brand deal, you know, someone to represent us, and that would be amazing for us.
Also think that I think our biggest goal is just to make our parents proud, because like when I said in the beginning, like I dropped out of college, work, everything. I dropped everything, and for like me and him, we're not born here. We're under DACA. So like obviously our parents come to this country like for a better life, and then imagine like your son telling you like I'm gonna drop out, like to them they're gonna be pissed. So I think that's one of our biggest goals. And un consejo, I say stay in school until you figure out like what you want to do, because I feel like everyone says drop out of school is not worth it, but like they drop out y luego valen verga with like their job or some shit, you know? So like, I say stay in school until you find what you actually like, and then do it and actually do it, you know?
Yeah, what's that too? Like stay in school, and like it doesn't have to be for like your passion, you know? I think you know, we're still like, you know, right when you get out of high school, like you're like still like super young, and I think it's almost unrealistic to be like, oh, you know, like pick your degree and what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. I think it's still a learning process, and you have to like go do things and see if you like it or not. Like you can't say like, I'm gonna be a doctor. Like you might like absolutely hate it.
The idea of it sounds cool, right?
But I think like it's kind of like an scapegoat too, where people are like, oh, like school's not for me. But I mean, at the beginning, like it's still like, I think it's just like an extension of like high school, you know. So like it's still just like discipline, you know, getting there on time. Like, you know, there's nobody like breathing down your neck. Like you still have to do it. And I think it's just like setting you up, trying to set yourself up for success, you know, because these are like things that you're gonna need regardless of absolutely whatever you do. But and then like the goal is like maybe like it really is, you know, maybe kind of speaking for everybody, like just to make our parents proud. I see that. I think a lot of people always say like, oh, you know, like I started from nothing, like nobody believed in us, like everybody like nos hacía el feo and stuff. But like I don't I know like it wasn't our case with us. Like our parents are like super supportive of what we do, and you know, they weren't like, oh, you know, here's $1 million and go start off, but like, you know, they give us everything they had. Yeah,
I'm sure you guys already made them proud with everything you guys have done.
We're trying. We're trying to prove ourselves every day. Honestly, it's a lot of work, a lot of pressure, but really trying to like make something out of ourselves and to help our family and
buy them a house.
Yeah, you know, because like you think about it, like they make like such insane sacrifices to leave the place where they're from, what they know,
family
and, like,
behind.
Those are balls, right? I always say that.
Yeah, because like now you think about it, I was like, okay, can I drop everything that I have going on in my life and like let's say backwards, you know, like move to Mexico, and like if that meant like a better life for like me and my family, like
that's tough.
That's tough.
It puts into perspective. So
Yeah.
we're trying to make those sacrifices worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Pues I mean, you guys are already on the right track, bro. Yeah, ya la llevan machine. I mean, shit, what you guys have done in in 3 years, tienen like a podcast.
Yeah, like
Almost.
Shit,
almost 3 years.
those are giant steps, bro. What you guys have done, and you guys are still tan morros, you know. You guys are fucking young as fuck. You guys are just beginning, you know. So I think you guys are gonna be very, very, very good, man. In unos 5 años, you guys are gonna be in a whole yeah, no, for sure, bro.
Yeah, por lo mientras hoy, we're in a super emblematic space for corridos tumbados. And if people only knew how many records were made here, and the artists that have sat in these couches.
Tan pedorreado ahí esas couches, ¿eh?
I mean, he would have said Bad Bunny, but like to me, like Junior H, you know, I had like the chance to be here when they're making it, like, and you were like telling like, Junior H, like, do it again, and I was like, oh shit.
Well, because he's
It was
been here.
awesome.
He's been here, yeah.
De colado, you know, pero lo que cuenta es entrar.
Okay, well, pues aquí tienen su casa. But Jason también grabó aquí. Yeah, he had a chance to record.
Yeah.
What was your experience like?
It was super special just being in the same place that, you know, my idols and, you know, musicians that I listen to every single day. And it's just to be able to have someone like you that is super knowledgeable about, you know, the music, telling me to, you know, oh, sing it again. Sing it like this. Así pero bien.
Así pero bien.
And I think it was an amazing experience, and hopefully I'm back.
Yeah, we gotta get Diego in here to do something, man.
Sing a trap song?
A little trap song.
I know how to rap, huh? Like freestyle? That's
Yeah,
not my
bro.
Oh, no,
freestyle.
But no, you guys are part of the historia, you know, that's being made currently with all the música, you know. You guys have definitely made your mark as well in this.
So I think all of us together we've done something for the industry, you know, for the
culture.
The movement, for the culture. Yeah. And de alguna manera, like, cada quien aquí ha puesto su granito de arena, you know. That's something that, shit, cuando estemos viejitos, well, I mean, ustedes que están jóvenes, ¿verdad? Yo estoy viejito. Pero when we're older, we'll be like, fuck, you know, you guys had something to do with that. That's amazing, bro.
We were right outside, you have so many, like, what do you call it? Like las fotos with all the albums that you've worked on.
Yeah, unos cuantos, nah, you know, we've been very lucky. We've been very blessed. Igual que ustedes, you know, we learn every day. Every day I wake up and I'm learning new stuff. Every day I come here, I'm trying to learn and trying to be better, you know, and perfect the craft. Although I don't think perfection is something that's very attainable. I think you just work at it and do the best you can. Y pues a seguirle dando, guys, porque no queda de otra.
No hay de otra.
Yeah.
No going back.
Yeah. And
families count on us.
Definitely, bro. We got to buy our parents a nice little house, a truck for the pops, y vámonos recio.
Ojalá nos alcance la vida to
Y aparte de disfrutar todo esto, you know, more than anything, that you guys enjoy it, you know.
Yeah, enjoy the process, you know. I mean, from what I see, you guys fucking siempre se la pasan a toda madre, you know. I'm sure there's times where you guys have disagreements too, no?
Oh, every day.
Every
I wouldn't say disagreement, but like,
no, actually no disagreements. No, like no más carrilla, like every single second. But
so it's more carrilla.
Disagreements. I think we work it all out.
Yeah,
on the spot.
We never fought.
Yeah,
but we always have like, hey, échale más grana, like stop being lazy, you know.
Yeah,
it's not like that. Échale ganas usually.
Oh, you want to say word for word? How you say it? No, demonetize. That's what we.
No, what's funny is that the whole ride here, nos pasamos like roasting each other, like, que you're this, que you're that. No, but this, but that. But like, you know, I feel like it's all love, and like the friends that really put you on check for like your bullshit is like are the ones that really care about you.
For sure. Yep, for sure.
Yeah, I've had like the best. Like I've known them maybe like a little over 3 years. I started the podcast like after they had already started. Yeah, they said I joined when like they're already famous and all that, but yeah, like my life changed. Como dices, like enjoy the process. Like I've absolutely wouldn't change like the last 3 years for like anything. It's been like
let's get
Las morras.
It's been like the wildest ride ever. Like before I met them, like I couldn't even talk to people. I had no friends. Like I was like really struggling like every single aspect of my life, and that's why I want to get this on video. I thank them every day, every chance I get. For the opportunity.
You got mad girls on your phone blowing you up.
We're business partners.
Damn.
And the crazy thing is that like when people see us, they always tell us like, oh, y'all the same on and off camera, you know? Like, we don't have characters. Like somos desmadrosos, like
you
anywhere
guys
we're
are the characters. Your characters is you guys.
yeah, everywhere we're at, we're always like, you know, tirando cura. Like even at shows, like we'll be drinking and we'll be messing around. Hasta que este güey lo regaña, you know. He was like, hey, ya un poco.
No, one time we went to see Danny Lux at the Roxy Theater, right? And we walk in and we were upstairs and there was like a little balcony and estaba like his team. I think like
His whole family.
yeah, maybe the family like
The agency.
yeah stuff like that, like those type of people. And then we had taken like 2 or 3 shots, I think.
We're probably the only ones that drink. Cause
yeah.
Danny looks has like a really young audience. Like they went with like their parents and stuff.
So wholesome. And then we were on the balcony like
He
this,
said
right?
wholesome.
We were like this. Yeah, it really was. And then he's like leaning right here. He's like, "Pongan una bélica." Dude. And like 20 people, at least 20 people turned around.
Puros correos tumbados.
Ya no hemos ido uno since, so.
Or Tengo Talento.
Oh my God, bro.
Did you know we were in Tengo Talento?
No.
What?
Doing
Oh my
what?
God.
Well, that's the time when like Pepe tried to like work with us.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, you guys should go to Tengo Talento and get more exposure or whatever. And then we got there and then we realized we didn't want to be there. So we were
Judges?
Tell him.
What were you guys?
No, we were
So, like,
he was gonna sing.
We were in act.
Oh, what the
Dude.
And they were gonna dance in the back and like do something dumb. So then we got there, we signed like every 30 pages of paperwork. We didn't read anything. And then we're in our dressing room or whatever. And then we were like, dude, I don't want to be here. And then we literally dipped.
Medio show?
Yeah, like through the back. We just dipped.
For like antes de que nos tocaran.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have to be there all day.
Yeah.
We dipped
That's
through
a
the back
holiday
and
thing.
then we went to Wendy's, right?
Yeah, we went to one. Like,
And then I was
2 months ago.
fuck, dude, I feel bad. Like, what if Pepe gets mad? And then we're eating, and then we went back just in time when it was our turn.
And then we got back, and the person next to us comes in.
Oh, they yelled at us too.
And luego toca, like, oh, you guys ready? And we're like, fuck, apenas llegamos, you know, like.
No, they
Yeah.
were looking for us. And then
Oh.
the people there snitched on us that we ran away.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, nos dijeron that you guys ran away. We're like, no, we were right here the whole time. But
And
we
it
came
was-
back with food and everything.
One of the guys that were producing it, like, he was like in backstage and everything. You're like, yeah, I heard your whole conversation of you guys fighting.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we're
Yeah.
like,
because at first I think he said like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to sing because like I guess like a huevo like, oh sorry, a fuerzas querían that all of us like be part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like honestly like no voy a aportar nada to this. Like I am no tengo talento, you know. And like, can I just like stand on the side, you know, maybe like cheer them on. And like, oh, and then they were like, oh, you know, like y'all can stand with the DJ. And I was like, perfect, perfect. We'll stand off to the side, let them do their thing. And they're like, no, like, what if like you and Keko like just dance in the back? I was like, damn, bro.
Fly guys.
And then he was like, I don't want to do this, like, you know. And then I was,
So we were like, Jason, just like perform and have the name Jason Nunez. But he's like, no, not Jason Nunez. It has to say Agushto Papa. And I was like, dude, no.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, this was already as Agushto Papa, as a
Yeah.
podcast.
yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
That was literally a week after Angel joined.
Yeah.
All of that.
And just probably like, what the fuck am I doing here?
yeah, that's a crazy story too.
Then we got in the machine, donde te tiran la slime.
Yeah.
I took off my whole clothes and everything. on
And that show
camera
gets
and
aired
Took the
too.
shirts off and everything.
Oh, what the
And the worst part is like they air this like once every 3 months. My mom has seen it like 7 times.
Oh, shit.
and when it airs, like the fans see it, so they like tag us and shit, you know.
Oh,
So
yeah. We don't
everybody's
repost
seeing
anything.
We don't repost anything.
Yeah, and I'll be delivering too, cause I know unos que son like raza where I deliver, and you know I've been delivering to the same place for so long, que like we became homies. So ahí me dicen, hey, wait, te vimos en la tele ayer. I was like, oh, the new video.
Yeah.
Like, no, way, tengo talento. I was like, fuck. And then right there, they're showing everybody like the little video they recorded. And I was like, damn, aquí no voy a regresar. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, you're embarrassed of the Tengo Talento?
No, way, but it's just funny, like, they bring it up, like, it happened so long
Like, you
ago.
went in a
Like,
dress.
oh,
Tell him that. Tell him.
y'all want to know a crazy story?
I don't know if we are running out of time.
I don't know.
Nah,
we're-
we Gucci.
Production, we're good? I think so. We did a... Relax. We did a little video pranking Eslabón Armado
Yeah.
for a quinceañera. So I dressed in a
Quinceañera
dress. I was in a dress and a wig.
Yeah.
And it was during COVID, so we had to wear the mask. So, you know, me tapé así bien and everything. And, you know, I even get myself like a girl in like Sofia, you know, and then like we
I'll
just,
send you a picture of...
we went on
Shit.
stage, así con el vestido and todo, like según actually gonna be like the baile and everything. And, you know, Pedro like, oh, come here, like congratulate. And then he takes off my wig. And I take off the mask, and it was like a big ass prank that we did. And,
It was on stage at the Microsoft Theater too.
I was like, congratulations to the
One of the biggest upcoming.
Yeah, one of the biggest
Like you're at the
upcoming-
Microsoft.
It's because he went up on a go wig.
Yeah.
Like, he was trying to go, like be like a girl. And I guess he's gonna go on stage and say, oh, like tenemos aquí una quinceañera, like va a bailar, whatever. But it was Gecko in a dress. But when you talk to Pedro, like, what did he tell you?
I'm like, hi, I'm a big fan. Like, it's my 15th. And then boom, that's when they take off the mask. And they're like, oh, what the hell? And they're like,
Shit.
yeah, like, me llamo Keiko.
Yeah, it was fucking funny, dude. That's fucking badass.
That's some crazy stuff. In hindsight, like the Tengo Talento one, like it's cool memory, but that day was like so stressful. I know my hairline like went back half an inch that
You
day.
gotta be there all
Still
day.
going
To this day, you know, but yeah.
Like, you go up at like 4, but you have to be there at like 9. And
Yeah.
just sit in your camarino all day.
long.
And like, no food, no nothing. Like, listen, you know.
And imagine those like 4 or 5 hours, like we literally argued nonstop on whether we're leaving or not.
That
like,
was the argument.
nonstop.
Keiko, you decided.
Man, it was bad because like, some of us like some of us are fully vaccinated, the otros no tenían. So like a whole it was a big headache that day. Like, we should just never done it.
Pero entonces sí lo hicieron. You guys were dancing in the background then?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Look like
I gotta
idiots in
see
the
this
back.
shit, bro.
Yeah, it was
We should get the
bad.
clip.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the rest.
If you look it up, Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento / Agushto.
Yeah.
Come out.
That guy.
You heard that, guys? Check it out right now.
I was just armonía, so I wasn't embarrassed.
I sang out of tone.
That's badass, guys. Pues I'm sure you guys are gonna experience a lot of crazy shit like that as you guys grow in this business. Y pues la neta, I want to thank you guys for coming down to Así Pero Bien.
No,
I know,
appreciate you inviting us.
these guys, you guys, man.
No, he's trying to hype us up, but he's the real man right here.
Nah.
Yes, like
You guys-
what
you
you
guys are
have
badass,
done,
bro.
all the albums that you have done, all the songs, like it's insane. We talked about it. Sometimes people in the background don't get enough credit.
Yeah.
They don't know like the back end, but you've worked on so much stuff. Probably like 1 billion worth of streams all combined together. That's insane what you've done.
Thank you,
And for
bro.
you to invite us, into your space, all this stuff that was recorded here, we really appreciate you.
No, thank you guys for coming down. I mean, you guys are the big. You guys are the big guys. You guys are the artists right here.
no.
I appreciate it, guys. La neta, se los agradezco. Ya sabes que tienen su casa. Whatever you guys need, lo que cuenta con nosotros aquí en Así Pero Bien, Yellow Room Music, ya saben.
Thank you guys for
Igualmente.
coming.
Thank you guys for coming down. Agushto Papa en Así Pero Bien.
Make sure to
Exclusiva,
subscribe,
plebada.
like, comment,
Ahí estamos.
Subscribe.
and
Subscribe.
see you next week.
Boom.